humans. In order to stay alive and perform physical activities, the human body has to breathe air. We breathe in oxygen and breathe out carbon dioxide. This process is known as respiration. Breathing happens naturally. Breathing happens because of the respiratory system. The human respiratory system consists of many organs, which includes the nose, throat, windpipe, and lungs. The air enters the nose through a pair of nostrils. As air passes through the nostrils, it gets filtered, warmed, and moistened because of the presence of fine hairs and slimy mucus lining in the nostrils. The fine hairs filter out dust and other particles that enter the nose through the air that is breathed in. Thus, these fine hairs protect the nasal passageways and other parts of the respiratory tract. Mucus is moist. Therefore, it traps dirt and disease-causing microorganisms and helps in the smooth flow of air. We can also breathe air through the mouth. The two airways of the nose and mouth meet at the pharynx, which is located at the back of the throat. A small flap of tissue called the epiglottis covers the windpipe when we swallow. This stops food from going into the lungs. The pipe that carries air to the lungs is called the trachea. The trachea divides into two branches called bronchi. Each of these enters a lung. In the lung, the bronchi divide into finer, smaller branches called bronchioles. The bronchioles end in tiny air sacs called alveoli, which looks a bit like grapes. The air sacs is surrounded by a network of fine blood vessels called capillaries. The oxygen passes through these air sacs and through the capillary wall into the bloodstream. Oxygen attaches with hemoglobin in the blood and is carried away to all parts of the body. At the same time, carbon dioxide transfers from the bloodstream to the air sacs. The oxygen reaches individual cells where it oxidizes the food and releases energy and carbon dioxide. Carbon dioxide is released as waste. Just beneath the lungs, there is a dome-shaped muscle called diaphragm, which partitions the chest cavity from the stomach or abdominal cavity. The diaphragm contracts when we breathe in, thus increasing the space in the chest cavity for lungs to expand. The diaphragm relaxes when we breathe out, thus forcing the air out of the lungs.